The worst Apple iPhone 8 rumor is back. New iPhone 8 leaks have surfaced online ahead of its release date. The latest leaked images purport to show the final design of the next generation smartphone, and unfortunately, it includes a rear-mounted Touch ID fingerprint scanner. The iPhone 8 release date is fast approaching, and yet, we're still unclear exactly what this feverishly anticipated smartphone will look like. Most rumors point to Apple ditching the physical home button from the front of the device in an effort to allow the display to bleed to the very edge of the chassis. The Touch ID fingerprint scanner, which was previously built into the home button, was reportedly set to be incorporated beneath the glass display. However, this radical new design is believed to have caused a headache for Apple. The iPhone 8 launch has been plagued with purported delays, with the vast majority attributed to technology required to embed the Touch ID fingerprint scanner underneath the display. Faced with a bottleneck in production, a number of sources believe Apple has jettisoned the embedded design, and instead moved the fingerprint sensor to the back of the phone. Samsung is believed to have made a similar compromise during the development of the Galaxy S8. Leaked schematics and blurred photographs of the iPhone 8 point to these two possible designs: Touch ID hidden out of sight underneath the screen, and a whopping circular sensor beneath the Apple logo on the back of the phone. For the last few weeks, there appeared to be a consensus that Apple had managed to resolve the technical issues with the former. According to a report from Economic Daily News, mass production of Apple iPhone 8 was up and running smoothly, with the release date scheduled for September 2017. Technology analysts for JP Morgan claimed the Touch ID would indeed be included beneath the display. But the latest leaked photographs of the iPhone 8 have thrown these assertions into doubt again. Two fresh sets of pictures claiming to reveal the design of the so-called Apple iPhone 8 have surfaced on Chinese social media this week. Both corroborate the edge-to-edge display and vertical dual-camera setup we've seen in previous schematics. However, the new sets of images also forecast the return of the rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. The photographs show the Touch ID sensor relocated to the back of the device, just below the Apple logo, centered horizontally around a third of the way down the back. This would mirror a growing trend within the wider smartphone market. However, there are some disadvantages to moving the fingerprint sensor to the back of the phone, not least the fact that you cannot unlock the phone with your fingerprint when it's resting on a desk or table without picking it up. Also, since the fingerprint scanner is out of your line of sight, you can find yourself blindly fumbling, which can lose time, especially when you're trying to authorize a contactless payment. Apple could mitigate these issues, like Samsung has done, with the inclusion of face recognition features as an alternate authentication and unlock system. To that end, the latest leaks on social media do not appear to show that the expanded front-facing camera setup expected to ship on the iPhone 8, although that could simply be an indicator that this is an early-stage design. Elsewhere, iPhone 8 looks set to tick off a number of long-standing wish-list features for Apple fans, including wireless charging, and a waterproof design. The next generation iPhone will also include OIS, optical image stabilization, to both lens used in the rear dual camera setup. Apple will also purportedly include 3D sensing facial recognition functionality in a dual front-facing camera setup, as well as better speakers. Elsewhere, the Apple iPhone 8, which will mark the 10th anniversary of the best-selling smartphone range, will reportedly include an all-new glass design closer to the iPhone 4 than the current generation. It is also expected to ship with an OLED display with True Tone, a technology that Apple debuted with its 9.7-inch iPad Pro. Apple is expected to debut the iPhone 8 alongside the iPhone 7s and iPhone 7s Plus, which will feature only a few minor upgrades, in September. According to JP Morgan, these iterative updates will have some slight aesthetic changes when compared to the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. The analyst note claims Apple will move from anodized aluminium so that it can include wireless charging capabilities.